Hey everybody, welcome back to the warbossfitz channel. Once again, it's another weekend. Once again, my voice sounds like I have been smoking a pack a day for 40 years. Sorry, everyone around here is still sick, but the show must go on. Today, we are going to be looking at the Kung Fu Onis. Now, what do we have in this list? We've got 3 squads of Onis in this list. 1 squad of 3 armed with heavy glaives. 1 squad of 6 armed with heavy fists, 1 squad of 6 armed with swords and shields, but these also have jetpacks so they can ambush. Then we have 2 squads of 3 cyber birds with their swarm attacks, an Oni walker in the back with his heavy flamethrower, and then leading the whole thing we have Captain Wukan, however you say that, it's this word. He is one of the characters that came around with the Eternal Dynasty faction focus book. We're going to see how they do today. Let's check out who they're fighting against. Their opponents today on the board again are going to be the Demons of Plague. What do we got in the list? We got 2 Harbingers of Plague that have the wings, Symbols of Plague, Caster 2, another Harbinger who has Symbols of Plague, and the slings, 3 squads of 5 Furies, a Champion of Plague leading 10 Plague Warriors, a unit of 3 Plague Swarms, a Demon Spawn, and then we brought the 2 squads of 3 Plague Riders together for 1 big squad of 6. Let's go to the board. So this is our board today. We got the standard deployment, 12 inches on each side, and then in the middle we ended up with 3 objectives. These 2 are as close as we could legally get them, and the third one is out here. So let's start rolling some dice. So now, Uncle C, you get to roll dice to see who you're playing with today. High is the Onis, low is the Demons. You're going to be playing the Demons. That means I get to play the Onis. So let's see who's going to go first. Onis get a 3, Demons get a 5. So Demons are going to deploy and go first. So here we are for deployment. We got our special character Wuhan over here. And then we have the Oni Walker, birds. We got fists and glaives, birds, and then over in ambush we have our swords. And then on the plague side, everything here has scouted forward. We got swarms, furies, warriors, furies, demon spawn, and then he has his ambush bucket over there. All that stuff is going to be coming in an ambush. And then finally, for a last wrinkle in everything, we're going to change things up. It's going to be progressive scoring. We're going to keep track of who has what at the end of the turn. And at the end, we're just going to see who has the most points. All right, on to turn number 1. And then in the background, we've got Evan, our Lord of the Dead, whose job today is he's decided he wants to measure everything in the garage. So if you guys hear a tape measure tinking around in the background, that'd be why. All right, Mr. Plague, what's your first activation? Oh. All right, first we're going to have the Furies charging into the Walker.
Hitting on a 5.
Yep, hitting on a 5. Okay. 1. Oh, man, we're starting out hot today. I tell you what. Oh, it's AP1 with poison, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, saves on a 2. He passes. Well, it would have been 3 with the AP1, but hey, he passed. And then he gets to fight back. I didn't even think this far ahead.
I'm sorry.
4 attacks on a 3. For 3 hits at AP1. So going to a 6 for you. No, but Putrid. No. So, yeah, bang. You lose 3. Now, morale test. You pass. All right, so you're back an inch. Whee. So then my first activation, I'm going to send out the birds. Cyber burbs. Rawr. Into there. Okay, here we go. The birds have 9 attacks on a 5. For 3. And one of those is rending. So, yeah. One of them's on a 6. Okay, fail. The other 2 on a 5. Fail. Okay, so boop boop. So they're going to be gone, and then the burbs are just going to go right there. That's right, we forgot putrid. Here you go. Go ahead and roll 3 dice. 3 dice.
Just gonna get them out as I go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. All right, over here, he's just gonna... Next activation, he's just gonna tow that objective with the big guy. So next, my activation for the dudes here, we're gonna go 6 inches forward, putting us to there. And that means that we are going to fire our flame throwing cannon, 12 inches from the base to there. We're gonna fire it over at those guys there. There we go. This one's going to be kind of punishing because it's a 4-shot flamethrower, blast of 3, reliable, hitting on a 2 with AP 1. Whoosh. So that is going to be 12 hits.
Me?
Saving on the 6 because it's AP 1.
What'd they do to you?
Oh, they're stinky. That's what they did. Nothing. Shit. Okay, well, you got putrid.
Because it's worked so far.
Well, just, I don't know what happened, man. The dice hate you. Okay, there's 2. So 5, 10. So it's gonna take it down to just your champion left up there in the front. Ooh, morale test for him. Yeah, he passes his morale. Yay. Leaving us with just that there. So, your turn. You go call SVU on my ONI Walker?
This feels rather touchy.
Okay, he says he doesn't want to attack him because he said, what did you call him?
Mr. Stick Dick.
Yeah, Mr. Stick Dick over here is definitely going to take care of whatever charges him. Come on, Mr. Demon.
I want to go home.
All right. Feel the wrath of the Kung Fu Oni. All right. Next, we're going to move these guys here. And I realized, because my voice is like this, if I slow it down, I sound like the movie trailer guy. Does he sound like this all the time? Because my voice just it just hurts right now. But if it makes me sound epic. Ooh, he's going in.
I shouldn't have.
He's going in on a fist. He's going to get a fisting.
I gotta pay extra for that usually.
That's right. Well, only 5 of my guys will be able to get into combat, but you get 10 attacks.
Because it worked so well last time.
I mean, well, yeah, here you go. So that's going to be 4 hits this time. AP 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be saving on a 4. Huh. So 1, 2. So one guy takes 2 wounds.
I want this team tested for steroids.
Well, if there's an army that has a steroid problem, it would probably be this one. So bet he's down to 1. Now our fight's back. Since there's only 5 close enough, it's going to be 10 attacks at hitting on a 3 at AP 4. But you don't care about AP 4 because your armor is not nearly good enough to care. Hitting on a 3, so yeah, that was a miss there. So this many. On a 6, you still get putrid. Ta-da.
I hate you so much. I'm telling my sister to get a divorce.
She said she would never.
I'm glad you know that how secure your mommy and daddy's relationship is.
Right, so here you go. You saved 3 right there. Now you get putrid. Yeah. You gotta go to the wife and be like, Fitz is being mean, so you lose 4.
You're a bully.
I am being mean. Listen, at the beginning of everything, I was like, do you want to play with the Oni? He's like, no, we'll roll for it.
Yeah, because I don't want to only win based on an army.
Well, it's...
God damn it, I should have.
Listen, this army is not... All right, and you fail your morale test, so he's going to take off running. So, yeah, I've done some testing with this, and this army, it's got some flaws, but yeah. All right, so we get our 3-inch consolidate, so we're just going to bloop. Oh, wait, no, we don't get to... Yeah, it's because, we didn't wipe him out. I don't know, this is going to be rules for the comment section. I wiped him out, but he charged me, so do I get the 3-inch move. I don't have the rules in front of me to figure that out right now. So tell me down in the comments if I should have made a move for that objective. All right, next we're going to have these cyber birds just go bird their way this direction. They're just going to pop themselves right there in the corner. Boop. The lone champion. The unit of glaives here, we might as well go 12. We're not going to be able to reach you, but we can kind of box you out a little bit, or at least be like, rawr, don't, this is my objective. And then the last 5 Furies.
I have lost all faith in these things.
They're gonna hang out there, leaving me with the last activation, which is Stick Dude, Mr. Wukong himself. It's gonna go ba-da-bum to there. So at the end of turn number 1, we have 1 point here for the Plague Demons. Everything else is contested. Time for ambushers to show up. So there we are. We got our scores over in the water. And here we have ambushers. We got 1 Harbinger. We got some big bugs. We got another Harbinger. I got the shield and sword guys. And then another Harbinger. So that's how we are starting off turn number 2. The demons get to go first.
So I'm going to charge here.
Okay.
I'm going to cast here.
Okay.
I'm going to fire that symbol of plague here.
Okay. And then, so what are you casting?
I'm going to cast Plague Curse, which is 1 enemy unit within 12 inches takes... No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Scratch that. Not cast. I'm going to do the symbol of plague there. And just completely omit the swords and shields.
Okay, so nothing here.
No.
Both symbols, nothing here. Both symbols of plague here, and he's attacking there. So let's move the camera a little bit. All right, roll 2 dice for your symbols of plague. Yep, they both go off, so that is going to be 6 hits total. So that is 6 hits with poison. I did look it up. On this guy here, he's got a save of 2. We're going to re-roll 1 of the 6, and that goes into a... It's still cocked. That turns into a 1, so he is going to take 1 big old wound, and he is going to be down to 11. Bang. All right, now for the attacks against Mr. Stick Dude.
So blacks are AP 1. These white are AP 3 with poison.
Okay.
And I'm hitting on a 3.
Yep, hitting on a 3, so we had 1 of the gauntlets miss. Everything else hit. So we'll go ahead and start with the stomps first. They are AP 1, but this guy has the Saryu armor, which means it is -1 to the AP, meaning this is going to be AP nothing, turning into a 3 up. He fails 1 so far. And then we have the AP 3 that's turning into AP 2, so he's going to be saving on 5. He saves 2 of those. Wait, these are poison, so... Oh, he fails all of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, splat. Boom. That's going to be the end of the Stick Dude. Oh no, he looks so good too. New model syndrome. Dies immediately. So next activation for the Onis, we're going to have our sword and shield guys. They're going to come down here and charge into the bugs. All these plague fly riders. They do have flying, so they can just hop right over top of this. Rude. So here we go. We've now got this giant scrum of a mess over here. These Onis, they have the swords. They have 2 attacks at AP 1 each, which is rending, and they're going to hit on a 3. Ooh, look at all them 1s and 2s. Oh man, it's a lot of 1s and 2s. So it's going to be 4. 2 of them rending, 2 of them not. So 2 rending on a 6. So those are 2 no's, and then... So that's 1 save there, and then you have Putrid.
Come on, stinkies.
No, so we're going to be able to kill 1 whole fly. Ooh, good lord. So now your attack's back. You're going to have 15 attacks with your stingers, and then 5 attacks with your regular weapons. All right, so your 15 attacks are going to be an AP 1 with poison, and then the other ones are just with poison.
Okay, so these are the 5.
Okay, and they're going to be hitting on a 4, so that's 4 hits. We'll save those over here. And then boop, 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 boop. Oh wait, hitting on a 4.
I save on 3.
Yes, you save on a 3.
Strangely enough.
You are a tough demon.
Huh,
Okay.
chunky demon.
So these are AP 1. With the shield wall, that means we knock it down 1 AP. That means it'll be AP nothing, and he's going to be AP, well, technically +1. So these, I'm looking for a 3. 1, 2, 3. I failed 4 there. No poison because there was no 6s, and these I look for a 2. Right? Or does it work the other way? Yeah, +1 to defense rolls. So that means, yeah, those are all going to fail. Or, I mean, they're all going to pass. I can do words today. So 4 overall, it means we're going to lose 1. We'll lose him. And then 1 guy is going to be down to 2 wounds left. And now we need to make a morale test, because even though we charged, all those 1s and 2s mean we failed combat, or lost combat. On a 3. Hey, at least we didn't screw that part up. So we just got to go back an inch. Ta-da. And done. Okay, next activation, Mr. Harbinger's going to get off of there, and he's going to throw some slangs there at the walker. So here we are, 8 attacks, hitting on a 3, and everything is scattered everywhere. That was a cameo by Evan, the Lord of the Dead, so we got 2 misses total.
If they understood how I'd said to hold him, they'd know why he's scattered.
Right.
Good roll. You only missed 2, dude.
That's just poison,
Yes, sir.
right? So saving on a 2 with poison. So I failed 1, and then re-roll these 2. Oh, Lord. So I take 3 total, bringing us down to 8? Yes, 8. 8 is the number that my brain says. Yes. All right, so if that's the case, this guy's going to go to here. Still technically on that objective. We're going to activate him here, and he is going to throw his fire into that squad of Furies right there. And, well, we still get 6 hits.
Stop being mean.
Stop being mean. You're the one who kills Stick Guy.
He looked too fancy. Can't have all that fanciness on his board.
So, I can't see what's going on. Okay, so you save 2, and then Putrid.
It's not as good of a roll as I could have put it.
All right, so you lose 4 of those, and then morale test. Fail. What are you doing? What are you doing? 1, there, 1 more.
I forgot. They just get stuck then.
All right. That's a secondary. That's a whole other squad there. That, and then we put the building back.
Big hands, little models, man.
Next activation, big guys going in. Go ahead and roll a dice. Let's see what your mutations say. So 1 was that rending?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get extra rending on this. You hit on a 4, so you only had 2 hits, but they're both. You only had 2 hits, but they're both rending.
AP1 as well.
I mean, they're AP4 right now. So we're gonna be saving out of 6. Hey, we saved 1, bringing one of these guys down to 2, and then they get to fight back. 3 attacks apiece at AP2, hitting on a 3. Oh, there's some dice. There's some dice. There we go. So saving out of 6 because it's AP2.
Oh!
Ooh, but you got Putrid.
Oh my god.
All you need is 1 of those to pass.
So I can't play as Plague. It doesn't work.
I don't know. Look, you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Nope. All right, so the big guy goes poof. And then again, because he charged me and I killed him, again, I don't know about the 3-inch thing, so we'll just do a little wiggle. We'll just stand there. So next activation, we got the other Harbinger over here. We're going to send this squad that way. Rawr. So we still have all 6 of them there. They're going to be charging. We don't have Furious, though. But we have all these dice hitting on a 3. That was cocked. Okay, so boop, boop, boop. 3 misses. That means there's going to be 9 hits. AP4. Saving on a 6. Nothing, but you got putrid. Nothing, so pop. Okay, next activation, he's gonna send the bugs in to these guys here. He's got 5 left, 5 hand weapons, nothing. And then 15 attacks with the stingers. For 3. Saving on 3 with poison. So I take 1, which is enough to knock him down to 1 wound left. Now to fight back. I still got 5. Hitting on 6. 1 hit. And it is rending, so saving on a 6. That's a fail, but you do get putrid. Nope. So you take a wound. I took wound. We are tied. Yay! Next activation, we're going to have our birds. They're going to charge that lone guy over here who is currently stunned, pinned, whatever we want to say.
Rather unconscious.
Rather unconscious. Right there. So we got 9 attacks, hitting on a 6 for 1. But it's rending. Looking for a 6. And another 6. Nope. He's gone.
Food guy.
Swarms after the big kung fu guy. So it's going to be 9 attacks. So we got 2 hits. Saving on to 2. Poison. Oh, he takes 1. So it means he's going to be down to 7. Then he has 4 stomps. He hasn't fought yet this turn. So it's 2 hits. AP 1. Don't matter. Your swarm. Saving on 6. Pass 1. And then putrid. Fail. So you are going to need to take a morale test because I have fear of 2. I'm scary. And you fail. Okay, so you're going to back up an inch. You're going to be stunned. And one swarm is down to 2 wounds. So next activation, last one for me. We got these 3 burbs. They're going to peacock over here to him. There we go. Burbs hitting on a 6. For 1, but it's rending.
At this point, do I just not roll? I haven't saved anything.
Fail, putrid. No, so that's 1 wound. You get to fight back, though, because you got 3 wounds. 1 hit. Okay, fail. So it'll be 1-1 tie. All right, he'll fight right back into the bird. So you get your 2 attacks.
I'm gonna do so much with this. Told ya!
Oh yeah, okay, so then we fight back. 2 hits. Saving on a 6. Nope. Putrid.
Yep.
Nope. So he's gonna bloop and he's gone. Alright, so that will be the end of turn number 2. So the end of turn 2, bloop, bloop. These goes to the ONI, and that means that our score is gonna go up to 2 for a score right now of 1-2. Woo! Things are not looking good for the Plague Demons. Going into turn number 3, and the Onis get to go first. First activation for the 3rd turn, we're going to have our fists. They're going to run over here, and we are going to... It's fisting time for these guys over here. 12 inches, we're going to be able to get everybody in within 2, right? Within 2, there we go. So then...
I have one request.
What?
If it's fisting time, can you use ample lubricant?
We shall see. I still got all 6 of them left. One guy's got 2 wounds on him. You know, things are going bad for your opponent when you're surprised. You still got 6 of them left on turn number 3. Hitting on a 3. Oh, look at that. Big old groupings of 1s and 2s. Look at all that. I only hit 3 times out of 12 hits. Good Lord. Saving on a 6. Nope. Putrid. Nope. So it'll be 1-2 and 3. So you get to fight back. Head weapons. Okay, 2 hits. Save, but they're poisonous. Save. And butt stingers. Okay, this many hits. These are AP1, so saving on a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so 4 go down. So that'll be to him and him. So the Onis lost combat. Morale test for them. They're going to pass. Okay, slang guys. I'm going to cover.
Sling here.
Okay.
I'm going to do my symbol of plague there.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your symbol of plague. It's going to be 2 dice. Yep. For 2 means it's going to be 6 hits. Saving on a 2 with poison. So we saved them all, but with poison. Yep, we're good. Then we're going to move the camera for the slangs. Throwing slings, hitting on a 3. 2 hits. Saving on a 6. Okay, take 1. Pow. Yeah.
Did I do something to you?
Don't look at me, it's the dice! It's
They're your dice! What'd you do? What'd you do?
I microwaved them. So next, he's going to turn there, and then he's going to burninate the swarms. For 3 hits, so it'll be 9 hits after blast. Saving on a 6. Wow, there's quite a few 6s there. Now they show up. And then you have 5 fails, but then putrid. So you only lose 3, which will just take this, move it to there, and kill off 1. And you already stunned, so you can't stun any harder. Biggin.
Man, he didn't want to do that.
They're a little bit back heavy. He's going to charge in there. Okay, so he's going to charge here, and he's going to cast Rot Wave into those birds there. So for the purposes of camera work, boop.
6 hits at AP2.
All right, 6 hits at AP2. I assume you're going to put everything into it, so it goes off on a 2. Hey, there we go. So it's 6 hits.
I was waiting for it.
Is it 2 enemy units or just 1 enemy unit?
Then go ahead and do 2 enemy units. I ain't gonna complain.
Alright, so we're going to do it against both of the birds there. So the first one, the one up here, saving on a 6. We're going to take 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaving it with that. And then the second bird squad, 6 total. So over here, that means that we are going to lose 1, 2. I mean, that's one way to clear out a swarm. Now fighting against the chunky boy. So it's 2 stomps and then 6 of the gauntlets. So whoop whoop. So the stomps are going to be looking for a 3. Pass. And then the gauntlet looking for 5. Fail. Pass, but still pass. 6 to a 6. So he is down to 4. He took 3. Fighting back. 4 attacks, AP1. Hitting on a 3 for 3 hits. And he's going to save all 3. Morale test for Chunky Boy. He is going to fail, and being below half, he's just going to say that this isn't worth it. Bye. Then over here, we're going to need some morale tests. We got one for that bird over there. He's going to pass, and then one for this bird. He is going to fail, meaning that those birds are going to be stunned. Next activation. These Onis over here, because they have fly, because of the jetpack, 12 inches will put them just in range. Haha! Let's make sure. So we're going to have 3 that's going to be close enough to attack. Everyone else is just a little bit out. But we're over there. So I move all the terrain to me. There we go. So it's going to be 3 of them. It's going to be 6 attacks. Hitting on 3. And those are with rending. So we got 3 misses, but the other 3 we got are 6s. So saving on a 6 for 1, and then a 6 for putrid. Nothing, so he's going to take 2. Now he gets to fight back. All of his attacks on a 6. Ooh, we got 1 AP3 and 1 AP1. Both of those are poison. So the AP1 one goes back down to a 3 because of the shield. We're good there. The other one, 2 5s. Fail, so we're going to take 1. So 2 to 1. What's your fear on the Harbinger? 1. Fear of 1. So we end up just tying, so we're going to pull back an inch. Now, last activation for the plague guys here. These bugs, since they have Strider, they're just going to kind of bloop over top everything else. Put themselves right there, right back into the fight. Okay, they've already fought this turn, so they're going to be fatigued. Hand weapons, nothing. And butt stingers. Ooh, they got 2 there.
I hit with butt stuff.
You hit with the butt stuff. And a pass against the butt stuff. So, attacks back. We got our 3-inch wiggle, so we'll be able to get everybody in. Third far. Attacking on a 6. Ooh, 3, and they are rending, so it's going to be saving on a 6. Nope. 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 Putrid. Nope. So, yeah, it'll be 1, just poof. I don't remember what this was on. So we'll say that's gone. So there you go. So morale test for the bugs. They're good. Just back up an inch. Okay, the plague guys are done. Last activation was for the Onis. We're going to have these guys get 12 to right there. Like so. With this 1 left. This guy is going to recover. And then this bird is just going to fly over the top and set themselves on that objective over there. So at the end of turn number 3, we're going to have 2 more points for the Onis. And then our lone bird over there has stopped them from scoring here. So score at the end of turn number 3 is going to be 1 to 4 in favor of the Onis. So looking at the state of the board and at the state of the army, Uncle C has decided that is going to be enough for the plague guys today, because the best he can hope for is a tie if he takes all 3 of these. And with him only having, well, technically 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 left on the board, that's probably what's going to happen. So we're going to call it here for an Oni victory. So let's go ahead and talk about what happened today. So that was the Kung Fu Onis. I love how every one of these videos would come to you and you're like,
I'm always sitting like this, man.
well, be enthusiastic.
I got my ass kicked. No, I like the Onis. They're a good army. Paint scheme is good. The weapons are great. I couldn't save them. It's like a roll.
Well, yeah, sometimes dice go against you. There was a couple of attacks where I was like, 12 attacks, 3 hits. So, I mean, the dice do what dice does today. I like this army just because I had a thought. You know, I can make a whole army out of Onis. If I was allowed to take more than 3 squads, I would have. I would have broke them all down into squads of 3. Because, you know, just cover more real estate that way. But I'm not allowed to. You killed my special character. You didn't even get to do nothing. You touched him in his no-no square.
Yeah, but you fought back against all my butt stuff.
God, this video is so weird. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, Onis are fun. Onis are good. Onis do stuff. Like I said, I've done some testing with this army before in Tabletop Simulator, and they didn't do too good. But on the board, they worked. I don't know what to tell you. It works. Sometimes, you know, things just don't translate from Tabletop Simulator to what they do on a table. So,
your flamethrower guy was brutal.
Yeah, my flamethrower guy was pretty rough. Maybe because when I'm in the testing and I'm fighting against myself in the testing, that's another reason why it might not work that great. I make sure I kill him first because he is a problem.
You mentally played against yourself.
Yes,
every day.
I mentally play with myself when I do testing. Yes. I love how Evan giggles. He's got no clue what we're talking about.
It's an everyday occurrence with me and him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to do it for us today out here in the garage. We got the Onis done. Next time we see Grimdark Future, it is going to be the Robot Legion. So it's coming in about 2 weeks. And then the next week, we are going to have Gators on next Saturday. So stay tuned for that. So until then, I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. We'll talk with you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.